It's another edition of Checking In with Hein and Johnny, where the hosts bring in mystery topics that neither host knows anything about until the mics go hot and on the air. We are the show that keeps the host from talking about the weather and World War II 24 hours a day. Hey, Heine, man, what's on your mind?
Johnny, I love summertime.
Do you take a lot of time off to have some summer fun?
Yeah, there are just so many activities and things happening that I'm always rocking and rolling. You?
Yeah, we love the camping lifestyle and the relaxing.
How's that working? How is the camping going?
Great. Yeah, Williamsburg and Virginia Beach, planning on going to West Virginia. All these articles started talking about the cleanest, clearest lake, east of the Mississippi, and it said West Virginia has one. I guess it's an old mine and they filled it in. They made a man-made reservoir, and I guess this is spectacular lake because it's so crystal clear. I'm very excited.
Do you go in swimming?
Yeah, you can. Yeah, people scuba dive there because it's so deep. I guess the mine went so deep back in the day. So yeah, I think it's a fun snorkeling, clean, clear crystal reservoir that has a national park around it. So yeah, I think I'm very excited about the possibilities. Does your family get together for family reunions like some folks do in the summertime?
No, there's just always special events. Last night we hosted a rehearsal dinner here at our house.
And how was the kitchen? You were telling me you were getting your kitchen ready. How did it all go?
It's in one piece. There's still a few, the doors that need to be aligned because all the cabinets are metal. And, but it was a lot of work. That was, it was every night after work till at least 10.
Man.
Sometimes 1:30, putting little nuts and bolts and crap back together. And then taking apart what you just did because you did it in the wrong order.
Yeah, that's me. I do one side and it's got the wrong screw, so I have to undo everything and go back and do the screws again, which is...
So, yeah. Yes,
and
now I am a St. Charles cabinet expert.
Ooh, and did it come as you gave him the measurements and it came as a kit? Or how did the St. Charles cabinets come? You just got some trees and you had to cut them down and make cabinets?
Johnny, St. Charles cabinets are the preferred cabinet of Frank Lloyd Wright.
Ooh.
And they're metal cabinets. They were made back in the 50s, and they cast the floor to the shape of the cabinets. So we took them all to the body shop and had them repainted. Wow. And then just brought them back and reassembled them.
That's pretty cool. That only you would have the ability to do all that.
Lucky me.
So, you just kind of changed colors because you kept the same ancient works of art. Is that right?
Chris selected the new colors.
And do they?
And I just said,
you just go paint?
Do whatever you want. I don't. It's not that I don't care, but she'll have a lot more fun doing it than I would. In fact, I realized in this whole thing that I would never have ever redone the kitchen. I would have just left it, the kicked in
forever
oven, the sanded on doors, the Halloween graffitied areas.
Wouldn't have bothered me either.
Yeah, you just get used to your environment after a while and you don't do anything. Fortunately, I have a woman who reminds me, this place looks like crap. Redo something. So,
Our friends will no longer come over because they hate our style. You guys have lots of friends, though. You guys are good at hosting and having fun. Allison and I are like vampires. The only people we bring over are so we can murder them. The Bela Lugosi theme continues.
Mm-hmm.
So it's we're getting close to our year mark of doing these, and the biggest comments, the most excited people were, is a conversation you had. People loved talking about the question with Unky Dave about swapping out a new truck for an older one. People love it. That filled the comment bar. And you know what? The first thing, they are mad at Unky Dave. They feel like 80,000 miles is not a used car. The consensus is, what a baby. What a wuss. It's not a used car till it's at 250,000 miles.
oh no, it's a used car the first time you fart in it.
Yeah. First time you touch the fart button on your Tesla, that's a used car.
Right, yeah. Yeah, good heavens.
Car people get, they're passionate. That's for sure.
Have you thought about restoring an old camper?
Those thin aluminum walls, it doesn't, I don't know. Restoring makes me worried about something that shaky.
Well,
I mean,
if you do that, you can go camping. A trip perhaps you should throw on your calendar is going out to like Burning Man.
oh,
So
like
that
a
you
destination.
Right, put on your Darth Vader hat and walk around naked.
Glow sticks. Yeah, they thought the footage from the original Woodstock was crazy. It's become much crazier.
We went and saw some guys, and we were checking out their place, and then it's come on out. We're converting an old Airstream trailer into our rig to go to Burning Man.
Nice.
And so we're like, oh, okay. This is pretty cool, man. I see you've kind of touched up a little bit of the woodwork and replaced the screws over here. And I noticed in this area, you haven't done much except put in the some nice flooring and lights and a single pole in the center. Oh,
good videos.
It is our stripper pole. Oh, so this is like a mobile gentleman's club.
Ah, that kind of Burning Man.
You're going to Burning Man. Burning Man is a little more interesting now.
Now that I'm much more tempted to come
camping is a lot more attractive.
We've got the travel trailer, but it doesn't have a stripper pole yet. Can you imagine me up on the stripper pole just looking good? Paul Bart, stripper.
Oh yeah.
Good cardio.
Out of it.
My family's been doing family reunions for 100 years.
Have you?
Well, you said have you, and no, I have not. I don't go. I am too big of an introvert. I do not like meeting family members of any kind. They will always want to sell me in essential oils and Amway. So no, thank you. I avoid large groups because I don't want to get malaria or measles.
I don't think we don't have. I mean, do you have the family reunions per se, where it's like we're having a family reunion?
Every
Ours
year.
are just gatherings that happen to be where everybody gets together, or it's a funeral or something like that.
No, my family, just in case you want to know, I'm the 28th Viscount of Beaumont from the Beaumont family. I have royalty in my blood. So when they came over, baby, they celebrated. And yeah, every year there is a family reunion that everybody goes to.
So,
Lots.
being a descendant of the Beaumonts, does
Mhm.
that get you any casino residuals? Is
It
there a casino associated with the Beaumonts?
Well, when you go, you get one perk. When you go as the Viscount of Beaumont to Vegas, you are allowed to get one free eagle tattoo on your face and neck. But that's the only perk. Being a family of value of lords and lordesses, you get you can get facial tattoos on the house.
I thought you might get free eggs Benny down at the Beaumont Cafe, which is near my home. It is. It's a wonderful place. The Beaumonts really have perfected a lot of their pastries. I
Love
really like
pastries.
their cappuccino and other things. In fact, it's unless you're an early bird, it's hard to get in.
Yeah, everything goes fast.
Right.
You're a very early bird guy, though, so when you want it, you can get it. You're a doer.
I'm a doer what you're told.
I would say that's probably me as well. Any family vacations that were super memorable when you were a kid? Did you ever pile into a station wagon and summer vacation?
Oh yeah, yeah. That's
Any
that's.
any of them that pop out?
We went and my dad, his dream, which was to rent a yacht and go boat through the San Juan Islands up in the
Wow,
Pewee Sound.
man, did you
And so
see
we
a lot
did
of
that. And
orchids?
no, nothing. But we putted around and ate a lot of clams and visited
Nice.
all the islands. It was very beautiful and slept on the boat. Drove up in my uncle's conversion van, which was fun. Everybody was kind of piled into the van.
That's a party for kids.
Oh yeah, yeah, and so yeah, that was a great trip. How about you?
Well, here's the difference between your yacht and the Puget Sounds. Our most fancy vacation was sleeping on the floor of the Cousins in Cedar City. Yay! So, your daddy and my daddy, the Viscount of Beaumont, had no cash
That's
to go to
that's
Puget.
that's our family was broke. Very they were very thrifty, and
Frugal.
so this trip was not probably not all that expensive.
Not typical. You weren't always yachting.
We were not yachting always. That was the one time we did it,
Man, that sounds great.
and looking back on it, I have to appreciate that my dad actually said this would be a good trip.
That's a heck of a trip.
Yeah.
Yeah, that sounds absolutely fantastic. I would like to do that trip now. It's not something that, you know, especially for kids, that sounds incredible.
Yeah.
The Alaska, the Pacific Northwest and Alaska type stuff is really
Didn't
appealing.
you go camping? Didn't I guess I don't know if I could see your dad camping a lot.
No, Farrell's not a big get the tent up before the rain starts coming down. No, no, and neither am I. The only type of camping when we say camping now, it is a luxurious, heated, air conditioned queen size bed that we pull around and can go anywhere. So yes, I'm not much of a camper. You are like total deer hunting, camping fun, dude. I was stay at home and get a manicure.
Yeah, but we had the spring bar tent from Kirkham's Tent and Awning, and we would go set that up. And other than my dad would be a pain in the neck putting it up. There
Yeah,
was always a big argument and fighting, yelling and screaming over
yeah,
putting up the tent. And it's like, chill out. But I love, I was always looking forward to, just go to the campground. Those were
that's all you need.
inexpensive little getaways and go do it. And glad we did. And I would look forward to, when you're that young, you look forward to going out and setting up the tent and camping
Yeah.
more than, if you were going to the Monaco Grand Prix.
Yes. Kids just I mean literally putting up the tent in the backyard. That's unbelievably exciting. I mean just going outside with a tent is like a lifetime memory. Did you ever have the canvas tents that had the same smell forever? We had a canvas tent that reeked of camping.
I think we still have our spring bar tent.
Nice.
The same old one from the 60s. I don't know
You're a
when it was
keeper.
new. It wasn't war surplus. It was an
No,
official camping tent.
actual
It was
camping
heavy.
tent.
It weighed a ton. You had to pack it and fold it up and make sure there weren't any of the scorpions that crawled under the tent in it when you folded it up.
Yeah.
And yeah, oh, yeah. No,
Good times.
yes. Charm
We
Block, did you
had
go boating a lot?
we couple of times. Allison and I were invited to go sailing. A friend of ours said, "Hey, let's get the sailboat out. We don't go out enough. Come on down and we'll go sailing." So we sailed with a great friend back in the '80s off the coast of San Clemente and had a blast. It was the first time I'd ever seen anybody like doing the stuff with sailing. I mean, it was involved and incredibly exciting. I mean, really gorgeous.
Did you get sick?
No, the only thing I've ever gotten sick of is the diesel fumes when you've got a full, thick scuba suit. It's between dives. The diesel fumes when they stop the boat, and then you're in this unbelievably tight wetsuit, and then the diesel fumes just fill up the boat and the back of the boat. That's when I would feel sick. But anytime anytime I'm moving on a boat, it's no big. Doesn't bother me. Do you use Dramamine a lot?
I should.
You get seasick pretty
Mostly
easy.
I'm using the side of the rail.
Yeah, yeah. I don't. No, I'm not. I'm not cursed with that. Thank goodness.
I thought I was Mr. Tough Guy, but yeah, no, those days are long gone.
I like it. Yes, my one weird memory of the camping is my dad had a red pickup with one of the over cab campers, with the bed that's up there, and we were driving up to Wyoming, and a bull was on the side of the road, and normally bulls don't chase the truck, and this bull got motivated. He liked the look of that truck camper. He wanted to make small campers, and the bull ran with the truck for a long time. So that was incredibly exciting. A family memory of a bull trying to kill us in the red camper.
Mm-hmm.
I don't. Do bulls really see red? Probably not.
They can mess you up.
They definitely can mess you up. Yeah, that was a serious, real bull. It's not the TV bull that's on the commercials.
Yeah, I mean, I remember our neighbors, they had this, they would had the motor home back in the 70s, and they came over a hill, and their camping trip was ruined when they hit 3 cows.
Oh man.
I think it put the motor home on its side. Everybody was banged
Totally.
up. It's like,
Yeah.
oh. Holiday
Yeah,
camping disaster.
that sounds like a bad it's a bad summer camping experience.
Do you ever cook on your Coleman stove?
We have the new version of that, which is it's got a quick connect into the travel trailer, but we don't own the little thing with the Coleman tank. We don't own that anymore.
Redoing your kitchen. We were for a couple of weeks without a stove
Yeah.
or an oven, and so we
Did
pulled out the
Chris get a
Coleman.
new oven? Did she get a new stove and
We
oven?
got a new oven, a new stove.
Nice. Yeah.
That's probably all. The new countertops, new paint. But I got quite good at using the little pump it up Coleman. Nobody uses those anymore.
No.
I mean, I guess they do. Any pawn shop has a couple of them, just like mine from the 50s. It's like you can be, so if you break into somebody's garage, you can steal the Coleman stove and then go pawn it for like $2, and then you get $2, and the pawn shop asks $20 for them.
Oh yeah.
And
Because
there's
you can cook. I mean, it'll keep you alive.
You can cook. Yeah. They're a trusty old thing that nobody uses anymore. So when I go to the races and we're camping at the track, I pull out the Coleman. I don't get the propane one. We're using the white gas.
Yeah.
Pumping it up, trying to get the temperature just right. Now I just kind of can do that in my sleep.
That's awesome.
And then the end, you've cooked your sausages and your bacon, or a delightful shrimp scampi, and you turn off the little Coleman gas thing, and poof, your nose is filled with the bouquet of that hot gas that hasn't burned coming out on and coating your food and reminding you that you are actually camping.
Speaking of odors from the tent, the odor from gases leaking out of your Coleman, you'll never forget. Mm-hmm. Good times, though. That's awesome.
What is the lowest temperature that you have ever slept in a tent in?
I mean, as we have discussed, I am the biggest baby in the world. So, I mean, nothing, literally probably 42 degrees, which is nothing.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
How about you?
0. Just
Oh, man,
flat
that's
out
cold.
0. 2
That's
nights.
cold.
It's cold. On the bottom of your tent, you put on your parka, your hat, your gloves, get into your sleeping bag. Don't do this at home, kids. At some point, you fire up your Coleman lantern and hang it in the tent. And so up at about the altitude of your head, it's a nice and toasty, 38. And but at ground zero, it's still
So
zero.
cold. Yeah.
And then you're trying to figure out if you're going to die of carbon monoxide and pray that it doesn't snow.
Snowing
But
might help. If it
but
snowed,
those were 2 nights that I just said, okay, I've done this.
that's
Zero.
enough.
Get it. Look at the temperature. Zero in the morning.
What caused you to go camping at this temperature, Heine?
Deer hunting.
Oh,
We're going to go try to. We're doing some armed hiking.
yeah. The most expensive items in the world are free deer meat and free fish because we spend a ton of money fishing and deer hunting
Do you go fishing a lot? Ever? Anymore?
on a boat. Yeah, if you fire up the boat, I am on. I'm on it. Man, I love fishing in the ocean or in the Chesapeake Bay. It's so much fun. And I despise river fishing because I did a lot of that when I was a youngster and did not enjoy it. Mosquitoes.
Really?
No, for some reason, the 5 a.m. wake up call and getting bit by mosquitoes was not my main goal. It was yours. You love those things.
You never been on the Big Hole River for the salmon fly hatch?
No, it's just
Come on.
scabby rainbow trout. That's
And you
all
have to
we.
put them back.
And they all had those diseased leprosy blood sucking things on the side.
Those are the cutthroat trout in Yellowstone Lake. We went out and did that fishing. Go out and troll for the cutthroats in Yellowstone Lake, and you pull them up. They've all got little leeches all over them with the wounds. It's like, hey Teddy, we need a little more chlorine out here in the lake.
Yeah.
The fish want it.
The fish are sick of being blood sucked off of their bodies.
Can we get some help for them?
It
Come
has
on.
such a horrible visual. It makes my skin crawl. Ugh.
Go out and haul those babies in. Yeah, that's good stuff.
Yeah.
'Cause Chris's dad hooked us up on that trip when he used to drive the bus through Yellowstone and give tours. And so he was
Nice.
hooked up on all the things that we wouldn't ordinarily plan.
He
And
would.
he'd say, hey, I got you on the boat out here in the lake.
Nice.
Oh, okay, cool. Let's go.
Yeah, if you got a boat, I am in. I do enjoy the fishing experience, boating. So,
There's there's some fly fishing beauty out there.
how often do you get to go fly fishing?
Never. I bought I bought a fishing license when I moved up here. I said, I'm just gonna sneak off. That my fantasy is really to take the MG and my fly rod and drive around the corner up Mill Creek Canyon and go dip the little flies into the river. That river is so small you don't even cast. You just kind of float it out there.
Drop it.
And bring home some stuff and bring home some fish. We used to go ride our bikes up there and come
Yeah.
home with 5 of them, and they'd just stock it with rainbows. Now it's stocked with the Bonneville cutthroat trout because rainbow trout aren't natural enough.
We do like the au naturel of everything.
We
Au
do.
naturel.
Frankly I like rainbow trout and brook trout and German brown trout that are not native to the United States at all.
Yeah, but they're delicious.
Yeah, and now it's let's bring it back to nature. What was here once? And it's like,
Crickets and mosquitoes. That's what was back to nature. That's what was here.
yeah, not the good things that we brought from Europe, like brown trout and brook trout.
Big, thick, meaty items that are fun.
Yeah, so anyway, But yeah, I don't get to go fishing enough. I mean, it's just the summer. I'd stop buying a license because it's like I'm never going to go.
Yeah.
I
Too
look
many
at my
things.
fly rod every year and then go mow the lawn.
Your, your Saturdays sound often like mine.
Try to, it's my war against nature. Do you have any in your yard? Do you have any invasive plants?
Yeah, but we literally live in a valley. I guess folks that know a lot about Virginia have told me that we are in a valley that was the Indian trading route. So we have a lot of items that got traded. So the Indians from further up north would trade with the Indians that would come up from Georgia. I believe they were very wise in that they also traded females so that you didn't have everybody dying of, genetic diseases.
Not just baseball cards.
Not baseball cards, not necessarily just guns and ammo. It was actually folks so that everybody was healthy and so they brought up seeds. So there were a couple of unnatural fun trees, like you say, the trees that I guess were brought in are incredible. I mean, they're humongous, gigantic leaf, kind of natural to Georgia. So we've got a few of those, and then we've got what for most people would not be invasive, but for me, I am every year fighting back my natural blackberries because those babies will grow and take over my house. They'll be in my bathroom and in my bedroom. I mean, they just go crazy, these natural blackberry bushes.
Are they? Well, you could grow them in an area that would be very close to your Coleman, and then you could
Yep.
just drop them right in your pancakes in the morning.
Yeah, they are delicious, and I pick them every year, and we get tons, of course, thousands of them. But man, if we planted, asparagus 4 years ago, so we have asparagus,
Really?
but the asparagus has to use an M16 and a machete to keep the blackberry plants from completely enveloping. I mean, the blackberry plants will grow. I mean, I feel like in 2 days you have 20 new blackberry plants. So they're not invasive, but boy, not easy to grow potatoes and tomatoes with because those bad boys, they're just really fast growers. I guess like bamboo. I guess bamboo, sends shoots down. That's the blackberry plants too. I don't know much about it. I don't have any horrible things. Poison ivy. We've got a lot of poison ivy. But that's about the only horrible, and it's horrible. Well, I'll tell you.
Have you ever dipped in it?
Yeah, when you're little, everybody talks about poison ivy constantly, but you don't come in contact with it. I mean, I wasn't hunting up East Mill Creek Canyon getting poison ivy on me, so I didn't really learn what it really looked like, except for the 3 leaves. Well, the problem with poison ivy and blackberry plants, they look near identical, except for the number of leaves.
Ooh.
So one day I was out pulling up the blackberry bushes, and coincidentally, there are 17 poison ivy bushes that look almost exactly the same. So I pull them up, and then wiping my face, getting the sweat off my back. I mean, I covered in rash and welts for 3 weeks. It's like a son of a gun. So I'm
That's
not
when
fond
you
of
get that
poison ivy.
ocean of calamine lotion.
Ocean. That's a good one. That should be a song.
It should be.
How about your invasive species? What species do you have?
We have these vines that grow, and it's like an octopus spreading out its tentacles across your yard in just days.
Yeah.
And they're growing up into the trees. In fact, I need to go out and hack some down right now.
Yeah. You have to cut them low, and then it dies, and then you can pull it off.
Oh
Yeah, they're
yeah,
terrible.
they're just awful.
We have the Virginia creeper, which looks just exactly like a grapevine, but it has no value, no grapes.
That must be what is in my yard.
Yeah, it's just disgusting.
The Virginia creeper.
Yeah, that's what they've told me it is. I am the dumbest person in the world, and I don't know what anything is, but people come in and say, that's poison ivy. Stop touching it, idiot. That's a Virginia crepe. And then they also have here, not necessarily, I don't think it's invasive, but it's a vine that grows fast and kind of looks a little bit like a rose bush, but it's just 10 times the thorns. So we get that in the Virginia creeper and the poison ivy. You have to wear you got to wear gloves and boots or you are just itching.
How big's your spread?
Not big, about not quite an acre. But the one nice
Oh,
thing is people have a lot of land that they haven't developed behind us and to the side. So, we have this, what appears to be a national park behind us, which is,
nice.
it's not ours, but man alive, we've got this gorgeous view, which makes you think of Virginia and West Virginia, but we don't own it.
Do you have
We
a lawn?
yeah, we have the part that's the acre, we've got lawn. So they had planted lawn in the parts that we mow, and as you know, we don't have the blackberries. But boy, the second you stop mowing, instant blackberry plants.
Are you
And
are you do you do your own mowing?
I do. Allison does not mind using the John Deere green tractor.
You've got a
So
riding mower.
riding mower. It's super hilly, so you on the street are just a tiny little cottage, and then you drive down this massive hill, and the backyard is this massive unusable hill. And without a riding mower, you'd in a couple of sections you'd have to use a mower with a strap and kind of let it down. I mean, it's so far down. So riding mower all the way. Yeah,
Nice.
we got lazy in Florida, and then when we got to Virginia and we had this, just really, I mean, it's a toboggan hill. We just kept that lawnmower so it doesn't kill you to do it. We also, in the middle of that useless hill, we just piled up all the rocks from when they built the house. We just piled all those up and did a little spring, a little waterfall.
Oh,
So
nice.
we have kind of broken up the visual of this gigantic, useless hill and made it somewhere you can chillax.
Sweet.
Shangri-La.
That sounds awesome.
And because, one of the bonuses, I mean, we don't have any spot for anything. We'll never build tennis courts or because of this hill. But one nice thing is the house is right up street level, and then the drop off is so high that when we built the deck, the deck kind of really goes out. So it's, 25, 30 feet
And
high.
somewhere out there is a stream.
Yeah, yeah. And then the stream, yep, goes
Yep.
by.
And you're in a low risk of flooding.
Right. We have no possibility of being flooded because it just goes right down to the little stream. And and there are turtles in there and little tiny bait fish, sized fish. And yeah, kind of fun. Kind
Yeah.
of the most naturally habitated backyard that I've ever owned.
Yeah.
Tons of deer. The deer are plentiful, and as you know, that stupid groundhog eats everything. I mean, just consumes. I guess they consume 30 pounds of vegetation a day. So it's just like one of them is,
Grip 'em and rip 'em.
yeah,
Nice.
they're adorable. always got these adorable smile and they're happy, and man, you want to kill them.
As they're chewing down your landscaping.
Yeah, you can't. They, yeah, and they're not afraid of eating while you're not there. Well, this has been a summer fest, Henry. This is our biggest festival of summer. I guess we've never had a summer though. Last summer, you told me you had the bandage from a cancer growth, which you've mocked me for because I had a totally non-powerful cancer and you had the real cancer.
Well,
So
yeah, there you go.
I've been mocked, but last summer I think you said that's what you were going through. So no, we've never talked summer because this is our first summer.
Yeah,
So
that it rearranged my. You know what it is? Is it now? So now, since I had the nose surgery,
yeah.
all of the AI special AI drawings make me look like W.C. Fields.
Is that at the end of the show, do you feel like it looks like W.C. Fields rather than Omar Sharif?
Tell ChatGPT to say, and make his nose a little smaller and less red.
That is so funny because that's in the back of your mind because I never even thought of it.
Look at my nose; it looks terrible.
It does
You
not.
intentionally put that in there to go, let's focus. And can you make it look like he's got a little bit of rosacea
Well,
on his
now you
nose,
know
like a golf ball on the end of his nose?
what you've done is full well next January where we do new credits. You're going to look like Jimmy Durante from 1940. You're going to have this huge schnoz because now I know it's offensive. I'm going to have nothing but goiters, and they'll just have these huge schnozzes.
I once had a hotel room that was so small I put my key in the door and it went out the window.
All right, are you going vacationing on a good destination this year? Any Martha's Vineyard for you? Hamptons?
Puddin Bay, probably Monterey, maybe some Sears Point. If I can afford all that, I will have to, save up my La Quinta points and do that.
I love it.
Maybe some camping in the pits, but poof.
Love it. We will be doing the Disney August trip. That's the perfect time. They say, should you go to Disney? Make it August.
Really?
No humidity, and it's 42 degrees. No, it is not. So that's when we're going to go.
You're going to go to Disney in Anaheim or in Orlando or in Europe?
We're going to go, and our grandkids are by Orlando, so we'll be taking them to the Halloween Boo to You parade, not too scary parade, and doing that in August. They start it in August, so we're going to go in August and have a party with the grandkids, which we really look forward to. Did you know we were going to do the fishing themed show? Because you have an adorable fishing shirt on today.
I did not. This is what I rolled out in this morning. Today, I kind of feel like a fresh flute of champagne that Keith Richards has dropped his cigarette into.
You feel used and abused.
So, from my fresh summer gear.
To your fresh face.
With vines, you've got to have some vines.
And your tiny, tiny nose.
My tiny nose, and poof, we're talking about fishing. I've got a lot of fish-themed clothes. If you go to Vines, you get them.
Yes, yeah. We get, my wife loves me looking more like you and less like a hillbilly, so she gets me a lot of vineyard vine stuff.
Yeah, this is this is my effort to become less of a, like a greasy rag clothes that I'm normally in.
I appreciate that. Your wife appreciates it, I know, the very most. Well, Henry, hats off to you. You win the Fun Summer Chit Chat Award. Congratulations. There
Thank
was
you,
only two
Johnny.
people
Thank you.
involved, and you won it.
Ah, come on.
We'll see you next week. Bye-bye. Thanks for listening to Checking In with Hein and Johnny. You can follow all things Hein and Johnny by subscribing to Checking In with Hein and Johnny anywhere you listen to podcasts. Checking In with Heine and Johnny is sponsored by Conveyors and Equipment. They supply, design, and service all types of conveyors, belting, and material handling equipment since 1972. With 3 locations to serve you, Salt Lake City, Albuquerque, and El Paso. Find them on the web at conveyequip.com. That's CONVEYEQUIP.com.